How was your night last night?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Say what's up to the vlog.
And the vlog, you vlog it.
How do you feel like last night being Big Paul?
What's the name of the vlog?
KJ Camp.
KJ Camp. That's the KJ Camp before.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Next one, baby. How are you?
Oh, sorry.
I'm a little fucked up, but will you take care of me forever and ever?
Breaking news: while Jake Paul remains hospitalized, Anthony Joshua shocked fans with an unexpected visit. More than a knockout, Joshua's presence turned headlines upside down. Showing this fight is about respect and true heavyweight dominance.
AJ.
How are you? Let's go. Cheers. Enjoy, yeah?
How was your night last night?
Duke McKenzie points out Joshua's KO left Jake Paul with a broken jaw, proving the fight was more than a win, it was a statement. Joshua's hospital visit reinforces his dominance, showing the cost of underestimating a true heavyweight champion.
I'm glad Anthony Joshua did that to him, because now he won't be able to talk like he does.
Following his crushing loss, Jake Paul thanked fans on social media, showing humility and reflection. Despite the broken jaw and heavy KO, his posts reveal respect for Anthony Joshua, highlighting the lessons learned even in defeat.
Sur le Twitter de Jake Paul, qui réagit directement après le combat. Donc ça, vous voyez quand il met thank you à tout le monde, donc à ses supporters, à ses haters, à sa team, à tous les combattants, à Netflix, à la boxe, à Dieu, il dit merci à tout le monde. Ça, c'était juste avant le combat et il disait ce soir, enfin cette nuit, nous allons choquer le monde. Ça, c'était juste avant le combat. Et ce qui est drôle, c'est que le tweet de juste après, c'est est-ce que j'étais payé pour...
Anthony Joshua's hospital visit to Jake Paul reveals the champion beyond the ring. The KO was a lesson, and Joshua made sure Paul felt the consequences. Speaking directly to him, Joshua shows the respect he commands, the discipline he embodies, and the authority of a true heavyweight, powerful, thoughtful, and fully in control inside and outside the ring.
Yo, doing me, man.
Carl Frock highlights the absurdity of Jake Paul thinking he could hang with Joshua. Across 18 brutal minutes, Paul landed almost nothing while Joshua controlled every exchange. Frock notes Paul's survival instinct kicking in as he faced a massive gap in skill, power, and strategy. Fans watching saw Joshua's precision control and undeniable heavyweight supremacy on full display.
Fucking piss take that this guy's in there with Anthony Joshua, swinging away, landing... What's he done? He's had 18 minutes and landed 2 shots, and he's on a survival.
Boxing Ego highlights the brutal damage Joshua caused, leaving Paul with a jaw broken in 2 places. This shows Joshua's raw power and precision. Fans see the reality. The KO wasn't just dominant, it was decisive, career-defining, and proof that Joshua operates on a whole other level.
The kid has a broken jaw, it appears, after fighting Anthony Joshua, right? I made this graphic for you guys. You see it. Got his jaw broken in 2 places.
Care of me forever and ever? I'm a little fucked up, but will you take care of me forever and ever? I'm a little fucked up, but will you take care of me forever and ever?
The Wade concept shows Jake Paul attempting to survive and counter, but only delayed the inevitable. Joshua's timing faced minor challenges, yet his power and control dominated. Observers witness how he adapts under pressure and stays focused. Not flawless, but a performance confirmed why Joshua remains a true heavyweight force.
But I think Jake fought a very, how do I survive long enough to land a right hand type of fight, and it made it a little difficult for AJ to get his timing. No excuses. AJ didn't look great. I'll be honest. He didn't look great. He didn't look like, an AJ we thought we were going to get, the marauder, the guy that was going to come forward and bang out Jake in 1 round.
Nikisa Bedarian observes that despite the brutal kill, Jake Paul earned respect for his heart. Fans admire the courage it takes to face Joshua, yet the fight highlights Joshua's complete dominance. While Paul's heart is clear, the skill and power gap was undeniable, leaving no doubt who controlled the ring.
That Jake is safe, and more so that he showed his heart. I don't know if you guys were looking on Twitter, but until about 20 minutes ago, the #1 trending thing on Twitter wasn't Jake Paul getting knocked out, wasn't Jake Paul, wasn't Anthony Joshua. It literally was the phrase, respect.
Johnny Nelson explains how Joshua methodically broke down Paul's confidence. It wasn't just brutality, it exposed the reality of Paul's claims and skills. Fans watching saw his belief fade, with every precise punch. Joshua's dominance was both physical and mental, proving true heavyweight mastery commands mind and body.
They wanted AJ to knock this boy out clean and get rid of him because they, you know, everybody I've spoken to, they just wanted, they're like, I want to see Jake Paul get knocked out. And I just said, I don't want to see him get knocked out. I want to see him get beat up. I want to see him quit. I want to see the reality of everything he's saying and doing kick in. And in a way it did happen, but he didn't get beat up. And slowly but surely the confidence, the self-belief ripped out of him to the point where he's dropping on his...
Eddie Hearn points out that Joshua took a few rounds to study Jake Paul, demonstrating patience and calculated precision. When the knockout came, it was brutal, leaving Paul with a broken jaw. Joshua stayed composed while testing timing and strategy. Paul's toughness showed, but Joshua's skill and power dominated, proving that facing a true heavyweight carries consequences no opponent can endure once he finds his rhythm.
It took AJ a couple of rounds to get hold of him, and then he knocked him spark out and broke his jaw. It was a frustrating 2-3 rounds maybe, because Jake was moving so much.
Dave Allen notes the fight was one-sided, highlighting Joshua's dominance. Paul's fitness and cleverness earned some credit, but he was outmatched in power, skill, and ring IQ. Joshua controlled the pace, and even Paul's movement couldn't counter precision and knockout power, reaffirming Joshua's place as an elite heavyweight.
Well, the fight was, it weren't a fight, was it? Well, really, really one-sided. Jake Paul, yeah, I've got to give him credit, really, because he's super fit. He's pretty clever, really. Like, he'd make a good journey.
David Hay explains that Jake Paul attempted to survive with a smart game plan, moving laterally and looking for openings. Still, Joshua's timing and power were unstoppable, landing decisive blows that broke Paul's jaw. Fans see that strategy alone can't match elite skill and precision. Joshua's adaptability and finishing ability prove why he's a top-tier heavyweight. Paul's courage showed, but Joshua's dominance was absolute.
We got the knockout, everyone was expecting it. It's very difficult to pin someone down when they're not trying to engage. Jake's game plan was a good one, was to use lateral movement and the hope to land a big overhand right at some stage to catch AJ off guard. Didn't quite work out, but you got to give Jake credit. Took some big shots there. I think he's got a broken jaw or some spitting blood at the end of the fight. No, anything's possible. He gave it a go. He dared to be great. Didn't work out for him, understandably. That's why he was such a massive...
The Doll Riley highlights that Joshua's win went beyond the ring. It was a major statement, reaching new audiences. Even with his fame, the fight against Paul showcases dominance and introduces skill to those who underestimated him. Fans saw the power, timing, and control that defined Joshua as a heavyweight force. Paul's brave efforts were outmatched, while the fight cemented Joshua's status as a global superstar and reinforces authority in the division.
Win today was the bread. AJ's win today was the exposure to more people. Even though he's mad famous, as we know, like, there's a community he hasn't touched, and I think he touched that.
Logan Paul highlights the incredible toughness Jake Paul showed by facing Anthony Joshua despite a rolled ankle and broken jaw. Lasting multiple rounds against one of the world's strongest heavyweights is impressive. Fans can respect Paul's heart and courage, but Joshua's skill and power made his dominance undeniable. The fight tested will and strength, and while Paul showed bravery, Joshua's performance proved he operates on an entirely different level.
In my opinion, we won 4 of them. People argue that he at least won 3. No one expected him to last that long. Rolled his ankle, broke his jaw, still fucking fighting, man. Like, that's toughness. You know, most people wouldn't have the balls ever to step in a boxing ring in their life. He stepped in a boxing ring with one of the baddest men on the planet. Who's 40 pounds heavier than him.
Anthony Joshua admits the fight wasn't flawless, but his focus was clear from the start. His goal was to control Jake Paul and impose his power, culminating in a decisive knockout. Fans watching closely saw Joshua's patience, timing, and precision in every punch, showcasing his experience and mental strength. While Paul fought to survive, Joshua stayed relentless and methodical. The final right hand combined skill, anticipation, and raw power, an unstoppable strike that highlighted why Joshua remains one of today's most dominant heavyweights.
Hey, everyone in this venue. Now, you asked me a question. Look, it wasn't the best performance. It wasn't the best. The end goal was to get Jake Paul, pin him down, and hurt him. That has been the request leading up, and that was on my mind. It took a bit longer than expected.
Ariel Wani captures the intimidating presence Joshua brings to the ring. His power, reach, and precision turn every punch into a potential fight. Ender showing the danger Paul faced with each exchange. Even during calmer moments, Joshua's threat was constant, keeping Paul in survival mode. Fans could see how he blends technical mastery with physical dominance, leaving no room for error. His prime years and devastating combinations make him a formidable figure, reinforcing why he is one of today's most complete heavyweights.
And every time he threw a punch, I like wince, because he's a big man and he's an incredible boxer and he's still in his prime, and he's got a very long reach and he's got a lot of power in that right hand, and that left hook is terrifying as well. And so
Daniel Cormier highlights the clear gap between Joshua and Paul. Fans watching saw Joshua move with ease, displaying superior technique and ring IQ, while Paul struggled to keep up with the pace, power, and skill. Every precise combination reinforced Joshua's dominance, making the disparity obvious. Even casual viewers noticed his effortless control and ability to dictate the fight. This performance cements Joshua's status as an elite heavyweight, capable of dismantling opponents while staying composed and tactically brilliant throughout.
Hey, Joshua looked good, dude.
Joshua looked good.
He looked good right off.
Joshua actually looked like he was fighting a guy that was...
David Hay highlights how Jake Paul's limitations are exposed against elite heavyweights like Joshua. Fans see that while Paul has courage and some skill, his lack of experience and formal training prevents him from competing at this level. Joshua's precision timing and power dominate, clearly showing the gap. Paul's bravery is evident, but against a disciplined, technically superior opponent, the difference is undeniable. Hay emphasizes the value of experience and training, and Joshua's control throughout the fight proves he operates far beyond Paul's current capabilities.
With the cruiserweight division, where the guys are the same size as him, because that...
The aftermath of this fight leaves no doubt Anthony Joshua is operating on a completely different level. Fans saw a masterclass in power, patience, and ring IQ as Joshua dismantled Jake Paul, who fought bravely despite a rolled ankle and a broken jaw. Every punch and combination demonstrated Joshua's control over the pace and his ability to punish any mistake. Paul's courage was evident, but it couldn't match Joshua's precision, timing, and raw power. The knockout, followed by Joshua's hospital visit to Paul, further cemented his dominance while exposing Paul's limitations in the heavyweight division. Observers could see both the mental and physical edge Joshua holds, proving why he's one of the most elite heavyweights of his era. With this performance, the question remains, will Joshua continue his dominance? Or could Paul somehow engineer future upset? Fans are weighing in, but Joshua's supremacy is hard to challenge after this display.